Astrea, he was able to bring down Beyond, but if you recall, he did fall in the finals, I think to Nightmare, if I recall correctly. So he wasn't quite able to bring it home. We'll see if history repeats itself or if he can finally take that win. Yeah, so he was in the Tenacious Total Tussle where Astrea, he 2-0'd Beyond in the semis and then went down to Nightmare. But here we go, we're diving into the finals of the StegoMonday #1. And sporting in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have the American Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Virtus Pro. It is Astrea, the Beyond Slayer. Let's go. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Gen G Esports. It is Trap. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It's time to get your gamba going. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Honestly, again, this could go either way. I am leaning in favor of Trap, but I can totally see Astrea taking this as well. Best of luck. Best of luck to the players and to everyone else there that are gambling, that are predicting in the chat. Best of luck. Go. As for now, it is going to be a 2-gate opener. 2-gate opener all around. 2 gateways for Astrea, 2 gateways for Trap. Both players are settling in. Likewise, we're loading into Ghost River, a very small map, very short rush distance by ground, because that aggression can be favored. Likewise, it doesn't take long at all to move that across the map to bypass the main army and to suddenly be in the face of your opponent. So aggression is, or can be favored on this map. Until then, though, we're just keeping an eye on each other. Probes are looking for the second pylon. Astrea hides the second pylon at his natural, cheeky move. Meanwhile, Trap has his own in his main. So Trap, he's looking for the pylon, checking further inside the main base. Is it a real proxy or is it a fake? As Trap, will he check the natural? Ooh, he does not. He does not check the natural. And Trap, he responds with a robo. Ooh, he believes it is an all-in. Yeah, third pylon in the main base, robo in the main as well. Very defensive setup here by Trap. And you can see Trap, he's looking for the proxy. Scouting towards the southern half of the map. Moving up with the Stalkers. Now, this setup that we're seeing out of Trap, once he realizes that Astrea has expanded, he can actually turn this defense into an offense. And he can throw down a third gateway and commit. See, Trap, he's still scouting, still looking. Stalkers dip in, they get zoned away. Yeah, Trap, he does cancel, does realize that he should be safe, as he sees that there's nothing anywhere, and he will expand. So Trap will expand, and there's that War Prism on the way. We spoke about it earlier, but now Trap, he will be able to get into the main. He can sneak in, he can warp into depths. Warp gate is finishing up. And there's a lot of pressure on Trap to get damage done. Astrea is ahead. He's ahead in workers, he's ahead when it comes to the natural base timing. Shield battery is ready. It is already done. But remember, with this Warp Prism, Trap, he can avoid the natural. He can go right into the main instead. And Astrea, he did scout. He is aware of the robo. He knows. He should be aware that this is a possibility. His main base is looking vulnerable. Trap, he's going for the drop. Steps into the main. He unloads. Going for the mineral line. At the same time, adepts into the natural. Probes are going down. So far, so good. Getting 2 probe kills. Oh, but does bleed out a Stalker. Bit of miscontrol there out of Trap. Adepts didn't commit to the shade. But they do this time. Getting another probe. Oh, the juggling! Astrea! With the counter micro. Oh my god. It does force a recall. And Astrea maintains a worker lead. 35 probes against the 28 of Trap. That was some economic damage, that's true, but Trap still needed a little bit more. Now moving out with the Immortal, with Sentries, with the Prism. As he moves out, Astrea's moving in. And Trap, he's already behind economically, and he's about to lose even more. And probes are going down. Denied mining at the natural. And Trap is committed. Trap, he's going for the shield battery. Astrea out of position. Shield battery's going to go down. No overcharge. Yeah, massive pickoff. Shield battery goes down. Immortal has arrived. Likewise, Astrea has his own. Going for the force fields. Astrea getting pinned back. Adepts, get 6 probe kills across the map. Boys are being pulled. Oh, but the Immortals, they're locked back. Finally, Astrea, he does break out. Going for the mineral line, going for the Prism. Prism goes down, and it looks like Astrea, he should have enough. He shuts down the main army. Does cost him 12 workers. But this is still better for Astrea. Is it better, though? That's 15 probes going down. Oh my god, he's in the main! Adepts are in the main base. 19 probe kills Astrea. His economy is crippled. He was in a good position, but he lost far too much. 20 probe kills. Ay, ay, ay. And back at home, Trap defends. Trap, he was up against the wall. He was borderline all in. And Trap, he gets 20 probes. And just like that, Trap takes a lead. Does take an economic lead, but he is behind when it comes to the army supply. Yeah, Stray is going for a counterattack. Nice pickup. Gets 1 Stalker. Gets 2. Nice control here at a Trap. Snipes 2 Stalkers, going for a 3rd. He wants it. Oh my god. Efficient trades here by Trap. Stray moving out. Catching the probes. Will force field the ramp. Prism under fire. It's going to be a costly trade though. Prism goes down. Trap is holding. Trap does defend again. It's getting quite close, quite intense here between Astrea and Trap. This could still go either way. It's getting scrappy, Papi. That's what I was looking for. Astrea regains a worker lead. He has to respect the force fields. Pulls away. Back at home, he rebuilds a Warp Prism. He glaives on the way for Trap. Glaive adepts, they don't scale amazingly into a longer game. It looks like an all-in. Looks like Immortal Glaive adepts here for Trap. Astrea going for his own Immortal drop though. We'll slip into the main. Going for the pylon, looking to depower those gateways. He will be able to. Pylon goes down. Tech is scouted. I mean, it could be Blink for all Astrea knows. So he's not fully aware of what's going on. At the same time, Adepts shade into the natural. 5 probe kills. 6 probe kills. Barely 7. 7 workers go down. I mean, Trap, he was already going all in. There we go. Gateway explosion in the main. Getting to 5 gates on 2 bases. 6 gates on 2 bases. It's all or nothing for Trap. But before he can really get going, Astrea, he's already here. Astrea has arrived. Goes down the force fields, locks down the Stalkers, forces the overcharge. At the same time, Immortals are wreaking havoc. Probes are going down. Oh. Back at home, Trap, he's holding. He forces a recall. Does force a recall back home. Trap buying time. His gateways are finishing up. And here comes Trap. Again, overextending with one of those Immortals. Oh! It's going to go down. Massive pickup. Immortal falls. Astrea attempting to recover. Immortals are across the map. They're not at home to defend. Uh-oh. Astrea, he's not ready for this. He's not ready for the all-in. He's harassing. And remember, recall's on cooldown. Recall is not ready. Adepts shade in. They take down the shield barrier. They deny the overcharge. And Trap, he can pull this off. If only the Immortals were back at home. If only. And the Immortals are just wasted across the map. And Trap, he's warping in. And it looks like he has done it. He's broken the natural. Astrea. He was in a better position, but Trap, he clawed his way back in. Forced into the all-in, takes on every single unit here at the natural. 24 probes going down. And Astrea doesn't really have much left. He's down to 4 stalkers in the main. +1 is denied. Colossus arrives? Okay. Rushing into Colossus. Let's go. Astrea will lose the natural. Does force a recall. Trap recalling into the main. Oh. It's forced back home. Trap still does maintain that army supply lead though. And Astrea is stuck on 1 base. He's stuck on 1 base economy, or really half a base economy. And Trap still has both expansions. Trap can macro out of this. Astrea less so. Suddenly now Astrea's all in. He's moving out. Oof. Force is brutal. Astrea does save his workers, or save his army. Forced to engage, but he's pushing into 3 immortals. And Trap, he has the concave. Forces back the army, getting so much damage done here on the Colossus. Adepts a shade in. Still a messy fight though. Some of the immortals they weren't able to engage. And the Colossus just swipes away at the Adepts. Adepts go down, 2 immortals left. 2 immortals versus an immortal and a Colossus. Astrea, he's going for the mineral line. Trying to at least. Oh, getting shut down by the sentries. Uh-oh. Stalker coming in. Reinforcements have arrived. Warping in here in the face of his opponent. The Prism! Prism survives. Oh my god, just barely. And Astrea, he's doing it. Or is he? It's still so close. The micro. Both players can juggle back, of course. Jesus, the Immortal 1 shot away from going down. Trap making 2 probes at a time. He has recovered economically. Astrea warping whatever he can. Sentry into Adepts. Takes down the pylons. Depowers the gates. Locking down the Immortals, at least trying to. And this can still go either way. Astrea swiping away at the mineral line. Does get a couple of probes. More Adepts and Stalkers shading or warping in. Cybercore under fire. Trap, he collapses in. Nice force field. Force field does lock down most of the Gateway army. And Astrea, he does take the better fight. Beautiful force field. Can he keep it up? Cybercore goes down. No more Stalkers or Adepts. Only Zealots to reinforce. And Astrea looks like he is breaking through. Once again, zones away the Gateway army. Oh my god, the Colossus doing so much damage in the back line. The mineral line is exposed. The main base in control of Astrea. You're going for the final pylon. Depowering every single Gateway. No more reinforcements, no more production. Astrea, he's done it. This is all he needs. Control the main. And he can keep reinforcing. Astrea has production, Trap does not. He's throwing down now a Gateway, but it's so late. He needs a gate. And a Cybercore. And the main base is going down. Here come reinforcements again. Astrea can warp in. Trap needs time. But it might just be too little too late at this point. Astrea just forcing his way down the ramp now. Has killed the main. So has to be careful. Doesn't want to get caught out by those force fields. Astrea backing off. He should be rotating to the low ground and then hitting the natural. Oh, let's be careful. There we go. Trap moving out across the map. Look at Astrea. does reposition. Now, there are 2 shield batteries, soon to be 3, and an overcharge. Not going to be easy. Adept does get across the map. Astrea just warped in. Nothing to defend. He does lock down the army. There's the overcharge. Cybercore is rebuilt. Under fire once again. All across the map, probes are going down. Whoops, to the death. The Immortal! Oh, the Immortal goes down. Oh, we can't afford that. And GG gets called. Astrea will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played, Astrea. He will take a lead. It was a very, very close game. It went down to the wire, went down to 1 base versus 1 base. Barely an army. But GG, well played. Astrea does take it. And that was only game number 1. Only game 1. Let's go. Wild animals. Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful. Let's go. Meanwhile, shout out to Let Me Play With Your Kitties. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás acá, papica? Thank you so much for subscribing for 6 months for half a year of support. Thank you. Thank you. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate the support. As we're getting ready here for game 2. Getting ready for the rest of the series. Oh my god. And again, this can still go either way. There were plenty of moments where Trap was ahead, where Trap had an advantage, and he could have taken the game as well. It was very close. So I'm hoping to see that back and forth. Right now the pressure is on Trap, but it's a best of 5. He still has some room to work with. So we're getting ready here for game 2. Game 2 going to be on site Delta. Ugh. Aye. Meanwhile, the players are asking for a break. Understandable. Very understandable. They do need a moment here to take a breath after an intense game 1. Makes sense. Getting ready for that second game. Meanwhile, again, if you want to help support the tournament, I believe there is a Matcherino, exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat to get a link. It should be updated, hopefully. There we go. But there is a Matcherino page. Currently, I believe the prize pool is 400 USD. Yep, 400 USD. Shout out to Stegosaurus, of course, for hosting, for funding and organizing the event. Big shout out to Stegosaurus. It was a big part of the Orsa TV events, and now again hosting this event as well. The passion is real. So much love to Stegosaurus. Much love. And yeah, top 4 do get paid out. It's 200 to first place, 100 to second, and then the final 50 split between third and fourth. Final 100 split between third and fourth. Much love to Stegosaurus. Again, he's been contributing to our tournaments on a regular basis as well. Just very, very passionate, very passionate. Much love. Gracias, papi, gracias. Oh, hello. Marmota. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? Welcome. But yeah, our players, they do need some time. When it comes to the game itself, again, there's not really too much to get into. If you recall, we had Astrea who faked a proxy. If you remember, he hit his pylon in his natural. Because of that, that started like the chain reaction that was game one, where Trap, he responded with a robo first to be defensive. Once he realized that there was no aggression, he turned that into a more aggressive build with a Warp Prism into Immortal production. And then the chaos ensued with kind of the back and forth, Trap trying to get into the mineral line, Astrea likewise counterattacking as well, both players taking a lot of losses economically, and just led into the beauty that was game one. Very chaotic. But now I'm a little bit concerned. As we're getting ready for game two, it's going to be on Side Delta. Side Delta is known for its more economic openers, and because of that, it can lead into something like Phoenix play. We saw this yesterday, last night, in the StegoMonday, where I think we were casting Trap versus Max Packs. We found ourselves on Amphion, which led into Phoenix Wars. A similar thing can happen here as well, assuming that both players open up Stargate, which should occur. If it doesn't, we'll point it out. Otherwise, Phoenix versus Phoenix is a very real possibility on this map. Very real. Meanwhile, our players are back, our players are ready, and we're jumping into the game. The finals will continue. Here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Side Delta, we have the American Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Virtus Pro, leading the series 1-0. It is Astrea. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Gen G Esports. It is Trap. Here we go. And the beginning here of the Phoenix Wars has begun. We have a gate expand set up here on the low ground. Again, the reason why we spoke about Side Delta and why this map is unique is because of the ramp. There's a ramp coming into the natural, so it is very commonplace to open up gate into an expansion. Because it's so common, both players should be moving out with their probes, and both players should be delaying the expansion with their workers, going for pylon blocks, and this will force out a Zealot, it'll force out Tech, we should be seeing 2 gas openers, and there it is, double gas for Trap. Delayed second gas for Astrea, interesting. Astrea's going for this. He's going for the Nexus. He's going for the faster expansion. He's trying to, but alas, Trap is in position. Second gas is now forced out. And again, because of the delayed expansions, because of the pylon blocks, because of the probes, we should be seeing cyber cores into Stargates. Should be. Zealots are on the way to focus on the pylon. Both players forced to invest. You know, we have a bad map pool where natural as a ramp is a unique feature. If you remember, last map pool, there were actually fewer maps with ramps. This map pool has 3 maps with ramps. It's it's Amphion, Side Delta, and Post Youth. Last map pool, I think there were only 2, if I recall correctly. So it's something that used to be more common, but nowadays is less so. Ooh, as we do get the Nexus! So Trap opens Stargate, Astrea opens up with the Nexus instead. Post Youth is not... Oh, you're coping, Hyper One, you're coping. Ay, ay, ay. It's the Hyper One. Mate, with the maps that you make, I don't think you can judge Post Youth, okay? With anyone else, I would tend to agree, but with Hyper One, with his maps, mate, looking a little bit sus, not gonna lie. Among Us, it's the Hyper One. Whatever you say, whatever you say. Insert meme here. You're like, you make bad maps because you think they're good. I make bad maps and I know they're bad. We are not the same. It's the Hyper One. Shaking my head. as Astrea will have the slightly better economy. Of course, Trap opening up Oracle with that faster Stargate, making his way across the map. And Astrea is keeping up. Beats out a couple of workers. Trap getting into the natural. Oh, gets a 4th probe. 4 probes do go down. Not bad. And Trappy does keep the Oracle alive and rotating around. Again, it's that much more important for Trap to get some economic damage because Astrea, he's been on 2 bases for longer. That's why Astrea still maintains a slight worker lead. Only slight, though. Again, it could have been worse. Meanwhile, Trap, what are we going for? Dark Shrine? Dark Shrine. Let's go! It was a Twilight Council opener back at home, and going for the proxy Dark Shrine. The Visual Man, they're coming. The DTs are on the way. And if Astrea goes for a third, if he goes for a 3rd base before Robo, he's going to be in trouble. Probe goes down. Oracle does delay. Right now, there is no detection. Astrea, he's fighting for control of his 3rd base location. Yeah, Probe is being sent out, and Astrea, he's being greedy. He's being greedy here. He is expanding. And that means 0 detection. For now. At least Astrea has an army. I should also emphasize that Astrea, he has quite a massive Stalker force moving out. Back at home at Trap, his army pales in comparison. He does have a shield body, does have an overcharge. Trap, he has to defend with the bare minimum. Link is almost done. And Astrea is pushing in. Meanwhile, Robo's on the way at the natural. Bear that in mind. But Astrea, thankfully, he doesn't delay any further. Has access to the Observer. Robo's halfway done. And here come the DTs. They're soon to warp in. Can he, though? And Stalker is forcing the way into the natural. Shield batteries do defend. DTs are warping in. Now, the wall is open. And technically, Trap, he could try to get on top of the pylon and depower the Robo. He can depower this. Otherwise, he could just go for the mineral line. Meanwhile, Stalkers are getting into the main. Astrea busts into the main base. 3 probes go down. 4 probes. Is forced to recall back home, but not a bad start. Meanwhile, he does wall off. Yeah, the Stalker's in position. Observer's on the way. And Astrea, he defends. The whole position micro. Oh, he saves the main. Probes are still going down, but nowhere near enough. 2 probe kills. Observer has arrived, and Astrea, he will shut this down. Takes down the first DT, will take down the second. And Astrea still maintains a massive army lead. Oh my, the warp it! He looks down the DT, warps in those Stalkers. And Astrea, he does bleed out 6 probes, but Astrea, he still is in a better position. He has a 3rd up and running. Trap still is on the way. Astrea, he finds the proxy, at least the pylon. Pylon's gonna go down. Trap, forced to pull back, has to tech up. Forge on the way, extra gateways as well. No other tech yet. And Astrea is looking good. he's looking solid. Outside of the supply block is brutal, and that will slow him down. Meanwhile, as we settle into this, a big shout out to Super Marmota in the chat. Number 1. No, not to be confused with number 2. Gracias, papi. God. Thank you so much for subscribing for 6 months. Oh, also half a year. Thank you. Thank you, papi. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Oh. Here we go. Trap taking a fast forward. Astrea looking to move out soon. Waiting for his upgrades. +1 is almost done. Charge as well. And there is a window here where Astrea will have the upgrade lead. Now is his time. Likewise, Trap trying to poke in, trying to buy time himself. Links in. Takes down the Oracle. Oracle gets sniped. Charged. Now finishing up. Ooh, and Trap, he takes a brutal fight. Astrea can keep going. Expanding behind this. Waiting for his War Prism. War Prism is on the way. And Astrea, he starts up +2 immediately. Now the upgrades are about to even up. +1 is finishing up for Trap. But Astrea still has a larger army. Still does have the larger force. And here we go. Here comes Astrea. He's moving out across the map. And he has a terrifying army. Looking at the army sizes here, we have purely Stalker, Zealot for Trap. Immortals and Archons are in the mix. Stalkers, they come in from behind. They're going for the Archons. Good positioning here by Trap. Oh, goes to dive. Does get the Prism. Ooh, and it's going to cost him a lot of Stalkers here. Stalkers are going down. Astrea reinforcing. Leaves Zealots to deal with the Stalkers. And he can keep pushing. Stays Trap baited out. Last little Zealots, but here come the Archons. They're a little bit too far behind. Just the one, actually. Looks like the other was sniped earlier. Trappy's holding. He's buying time. More Archons on the way. Astrea diving in. Yeah, and he does get us around the Stalkers. They get completely annihilated. Zealots, they run into the Archon as well. And Astrea, he will take this fight. Archons, they're coming in to reinforce. Zealots, they're putting in a lot of damage. But Astrea should have too much. GG gets caught as the Archons arrive, and Astrea will take a 2-0 lead. Whew. GG. Bold move by Trap to go into that Dark Shrine, to rush into DTs. There was a lot of potential, of course, with that DT aggression, but we saw that Astrea, he was able to make use of his greater army, was able to get into the main, pick off workers, recall back home just in time, and deny too much damage being done. He only lost 6 probes, only 6 workers for those DTs. He shut them down, and Astrea able to snowball out of control from there. GG, very nicely done, and Astrea is 1 game away from becoming our very first StegoMonday Cup champion. Did I say that correctly? Yeah. My brain wanted to say Stegosaurus. We got there. GG, well played. And now we're jumping into game 3, and I'm hoping for a back and forth. I'm hoping for an extended series, but Astrea just needs one more. Uno más, papi. Uno más is all he needs. Let's go. Let us go. We go. We are settling in and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alkiona. We have the American Protoss player. He has been popping up here tonight. He took down Bjorn in the semifinals, and now he is 1 game away from becoming our champion. We have for Virtus Pro, Astrea. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss representing Gen G Esports, the ex-military player. The pressure's on. He has to fight back here and now to have a chance at an ace match. It is Trap. And again, Trap, he is an amazing player. He's been looking so damn good recently. But despite that, he's up against the wall. He's had a hard or a rough series so far. A rough performance against Astrea. He has to, if there's ever a time to come back, it's here and now. It has to be. Let's go. Let us go. This Trap is moving out with the probe scouts. It is going to be a double gate opener. 2 gate opener out of Astrea, 2 gate opener out of Trap. Everything looking standard so far. And do we hide a pylon? Do we commit to a real proxy pylon instead? We shall see. As Astrea, he's going for the fake proxy pylon. He has used this position before. We saw this last night. We saw this in Astrea's series during the Tenacious Royal Tussle. So with that, Astrea, he's hoping to force an overreaction. Hold up. Interesting. Astrea throwing down his third pylon in the main. With that Astrea, he will have extra supply, which means, does he intend to use this pylon? Like, this third pylon is early. So I'm curious. You have my attention, Astrea. Yeah, he's using it. There we go. Now it makes sense. It's a hidden real proxy pylon, and there we go. He's going for the Stargate. Okay, okay. It's all coming together. I had a very quizzical look. I was like, wait, why was it fake proxy pylon, but why did he throw down the third one back at home? But now it makes sense. It was real. Going for the Stargate. And this is not for an all-in. This is to get harassing damage in the main. This is for proxy Oracle into the main base mineral line to wreak havoc. Meanwhile, Trap, he is in the dark. You know, this opener makes it look like there is no proxy. Makes it look like everything is normal when we know that it's anything but. As Hallucination is moving out. Trap setting up his own proxy across the map. Stalkers are being active. Ooh, and if Trap does miss this, he actually has nothing at home to defend. I mean, there's no reason. That's the thing right now. There's no reason to have anything because of that early third pylon. Uh-oh. Trap, his pants are down. The pants are down, but he's exposed. Stalker's going to be trading. Astrea just keeping the army busy, and here we go. The Oracle dives into the main. No shield battery, no Stalkers in position. Probes will fall. And Trap forced to pull everything away. Evacuates the main. 3 probe kills. Up to 4. Across the map, Trap, he is committed. Does reinforce. 3 Stalkers, 3 sentries. Pushing up towards the main. Ooh, Astrea actually doesn't. He has nothing. Oh, he has nothing back at him to defend. Only workers. Does wall off. Yeah, Astrea, he's caught out instead. Forced to recall back home. Astrea out of position. Was not expecting the counterattack. Pylon goes down. Depowers the gateways as well. Boys, they have to be pulled. There's no warp ins. There's no reinforcements. And Astrea, he's in trouble. The surround is solid though. Takes down the Stalkers. Takes down the sentries. Astrea, he defends. Only losing 2 probes. Only 2 probes go down. Oracle still across the map. Very impressive defense here out of Astrea, but he's still up against the wall, and Trappy still has a larger army. 4 Stalkers against 2. No shield battery. Pylon under fire. Boys have to be pulled once again. It was repowered. Stalker does go down. Both Stalkers do. And it looks like Trappy has too much. He is overwhelming. Astrea, he has a massive worker lead, but it may not matter. Oh, as he's losing every single Stalker. Oof. Now, Astrea does have probes to throw away. Like, he can afford them. Going for a Dark Shrine. More boys being pulled. Pulling every single worker. He will lock this down. And what's interesting is that Trap... Oh, he scattered. He scattered the Dark Shrine. Robo response. Trap is aware. Very important scout here from the Red Protoss. But doesn't matter because the Dark Shrine should finish first. Oh no, but the Adept gets in. The Adept does get in. More probes going down. Trap, he is recovering. He's now taking an economic lead. Back at home, the Robo. It's still on the way. Where are those DTs? They can still get damage done. There we go. First DT's warping in, but it looks like it might just be too late. Robo's finishing, and I'm sure we're going to be chronoing out that Observer. Trap has a late reaction, focusing across the map. Adept shade into the main. Put a massive stasis here at the natural. Adept slip in. They get 1, they get 2 probes. Soon to be 3. 3 probes go down. Can they get 4? Barely can. 4 probe kills. Blink is done. DT waddles into the main. And it will get surrounded. Does get a decent amount of damage. 4 probes. It's okay. It's okay. 4 probe kills. Still very chaotic. This game is making me feel uneasy. Like, like Trap has the worker lead, true. But he's also pinned back at home. Astrea has Blink. Trap getting into Immortal production. It's been very chaotic and very scrappy, very messy. Trap getting supply blocked. As the proxy gets shut down. And bearing in mind, the main armies are quite comparable with each other, but Astrea has Blink. Dives in, but here comes the Immortal. Yeah, the punish is real. Astrea doesn't lose the Stalker, though. Does pull away in time. Very nice control. Does blink away. Getting to his own gateways. There are 2 depths across the map. Astrea will run into them. Oh no! Oh no! They do run past. Forcing a recall. At the same time, Astrea dives into the main base. Getting 2 probes for a Stalker. Trying to bait the army. Does pull it off. Not bad. But can he capitalize on it? That's the question. Adepts a shade into the main. 6 probe kills. Ay, ay, ay. Astrea blinking in. Stasis is actually about to run out. Has taken a little bit too long. Astrea, he gets a handful of probes. Just 2 though. Just 2 workers. Trap holds. Again, it's just been a very chaotic game. As Trappy's going for his own DTs. Dark Shrine is on the way. Both players expanding, taking their 3rd bases. Astrea's is faster. Much faster 3rd. Meanwhile, Trap going into the main. Dark Shrine is done. Uh-oh. Astrea does have an Observer. It is back at home. So he will have detection to defend. Spreading out his forces. Double Adept shading into the natural. Probes are going down. 3, 4 probe kills. Not bad. At the same time, the War Prism is scouted. Taking hits. Nice revelation. DT gets picked off. Likewise, another Dark Templar into the main. But the army is ready. And Trappy gets 3 probe kills. Up, gets 4. You can see how quickly DTs wreak havoc. 4 for 4. Astrea still has that worker lead because of the faster 3rd. But Trappy's pushing in. Pushing upper ramp into a concave. Force fields get thrown down. Stasis gets baited out, but here comes the overcharge. Boys are being pulled astray. He can afford to lose some workers. Does blink in. We'll lose this Immortal. But we'll get another. And trading 2 for 1. Going for the Prism. Oh my god. Prism will escape. Astrea holds. Still maintains his economy. And Astrea is in a better position. He almost reset the Immortal count. There's 1 Immortal left. Another on the way. Astrea counterattacking. Trap looking vulnerable. And can Trap hold on? Shield battery under fire. Overcharge is denied. Immortal taking a lot of hits. He goes for the Prism. Prism goes down. Immortal as well. The Immortal falls. But there's another reinforcing Immortal and a DT as well. Trappy's trying to hold on, but here comes the detection. And it looks like Astrea, he has far too much. He is looking to take this series. He's not dropping a map. I was hoping for a back and forth. I mean, this was still a really rough game for Astrea as well. He's forced to recall. Forced to recall back home. Trap holds. Or does he? He's barely holding on. 7 probe kills across the map. DT did force everything back. Well, most of the army back, I should say. But Astrea takes a 4th base. Consolidates his army. He's coming in once again. He's so close to breaking Trap. He's so close. But now he's pushing into 2 Immortals. Overcharge is available. And speaking of, Overcharge gets popped. But he can two-shot the Immortals. Let's get one. Once again, DT harassing across the map. This time there are cannons. Somewhat. No cannon in the main. Trap being so annoying with these DTs. Probes are going down. Ooh, Astrea does overreact. Prism goes down. And probes are falling in the main base. No shot. This DT is getting so much done. 11 probes. 11 probes going down and Trappy's holding. Getting up to 13, 14. Almost 15 probe kills. Ay, ay, ay. The Invisible Man. They're too good. Meanwhile, across the map, Astrea trying to break through. Does take down the Immortal. He still has an overwhelming army. He can still pull this off. As I say that, Zealots are reinforcing. Charge is on the way. Trap starts up +2. Astrea never did. +2 never did begin for Astrea. And Trap, he's recovering. Oh. Gets the Observer. Takes down the Stasis. Astrea, he's waiting for his moment. DT into the natural. Getting 5 probes, 6 probes even. 7 probes. Where's the detection? Uh-oh. That's 11! Mate, DT's the crazy. 14! 14 probes! The DT's still alive! No shot. Again, the Observer out of position was with the main army. Now he responds. 14 probe kills. Mate, so many workers have gone down this game to purely DT harass. I mean, to death harass as well. Dark Templar, they're crazy. Observer gets sniped. Astrea reinforcing. And that advantage that Trap once had is not really there anymore. He's suddenly down in economy, down to 38 workers. And he's all in. At this point, Trap, he's all in. He's not making any more probes. +2 is almost done. It's all or nothing for Trap. Okay, he's got 2 Immortals. He has Narcon. He can out-trade the Mass Gateway army. So even though Trap is down in supply, he's about to have +2. And he has a more cost-efficient army as well. Catching out the Stalkers. Yeah, miscontrol there by Astrea. Does overextend. Stalkers go down. Can Trap pull this off? We have a wall of shield batteries on the way. There's the Overcharge. Overcharge pops off, and Astrea, all he has to do is survive. Survive. That's all he needs. Gets the Observer. Can defend with DTs. Even though the SimCity is brutal. Shield batteries are going down. The DTs are popping off. The Invisible Man. They can attack. They can defend. DTs coming in as well. Observer has arrived. Astrea has none, but he has a Revelation, and that's good enough. Yeah, reveals the DTs, takes down the Immortals as well, and Astrea, he has done it. GG gets called, and Astrea will take the series 3-0, becoming this week's StegoMonday #1 champion. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations to Astrea as he will claim the series. A very, very close, very tense back and forth there, especially in the final game. There were moments for Trap, moments for Astrea. It was very scrappy. Both players were losing workers all across the map. DTs were popping off left and right for both players, and in the end, Astrea came out on top. He had the better economy, he had the faster third, he had the faster fourth. He was always able to rebuild and replenish the workers he was losing. I cannot say the same for Trap, as his economy was crippled and he was forced eventually into an all-in. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations. Astrea is our champion. Congratulations, Papa. Congratulations. What a performance here tonight, as Astrea was not easy. He was able to bring down some big favorites to make it here this far. For those that weren't here, we did actually cast Astrea's entire run throughout the entire tournament. We started off, of course, with Astrea versus Medic Jr. into Pig. Astrea, he took down Solar 2-0. Actually, you know what? Let's just have a look together. Let's just have a look. Astrea, he took down Solar 2-0 in the quarterfinals. We were able to cover that series. Moving on into the semis, Astrea, he took down Björn 2-1 in the PvT, and then of course in the grand finals he took down Trap 3-0. So he took down Trap, Björn, and Solar, a Korean, Protoss, Terran, and Zerg, one of each race. Very impressive. Very impressive here by Astrea, who was able to take down a top player from each race here in this tournament. It was not an easy run. You could definitely argue that Astrea, he had the most difficult run to the finals, actually, compared to Trap, who took down, I mean, Geralt and Shin are strong players, don't get me wrong. But yeah, crazy. Crazy, man, crazy. So a very strong performance here out of Astrea. Again, Astrea, he has been performing very well over the past, I would say, maybe 2 months. He's been getting better and better results. Of course, Astrea, he spent a lot of time in Korea during EWC. He was improving a lot, and now that improvement, now that practice has been paying off, has been showing off here in tournament results as well. Very impressive stuff. GG, well played. GG. Again, Astrea, of course, he's the best player in North America, and clearly showing that he can go toe-to-toe with some of the other best players in the world from the Korean region. And with that, we're wrapping up. We are wrapping up here for the night. I do see Hyper1 redeeming a replay cast. You're an animal. You're an animal. We'll do that next time. I am so tired. Not gonna lie, I was having a hard time holding on to myself during Astrea versus Björn. Astrea versus Björn was very intense. And it was very long. If you recall, on Oceanborn, it was like, what, a 40-minute game, and I was struggling a little bit. Before the finals, I did some squats. I took a bit of a break. I got some water. I had to wake up. Had to wake up for the rest of the cast. For those that are curious, I mentioned before, but this was a very last-second tournament. I wasn't expecting to cast this morning. Because of that, I stayed up late last night. I was just working on some VODs, working on some YouTube thumbnails, and I thought I could get away with it, right? I thought, yeah, there's no cast in the morning, I'll just stay up, I'll do some work. And then I woke up this morning after a couple of hours of sleep, and it's like, oh, there is a cast, there is a tournament, let's go. So suddenly, StegoMonday, suddenly a Stegosaurus Cup. Okay, sure, let's go. So I did have minimal sleep. I slept like 4 hours, 4.5 hours, which is not ideal. And because of that, I was originally planning to stream. I was going to ladder. I was planning to ladder after this. I'm not prepared to ladder. Like, mentally, I'm not there, Pappy. I'm not there. So I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go and get some rest. Because of that, if I wake up, if I only nap for a couple of hours, if I wake up, then I might stream later. I might have a ladder session later on tonight instead, as this was our only cast today. So I might stream later. If I do, it's going to be on my personal channel. It's going to be on light_VIP on my personal channel instead. Otherwise, yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'll cast your replay, but I'll cast it, Hyper1. I'll cast it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll get there. Just not today. Not today. No. We'll get there though. Hold on. Where are you? He's catching up. Thanks for catching up. Oh, always. 10 points on trap. I got scammed. That's the Hyper1. But yeah, with that, we are wrapping up. Our next broadcast should be, I believe, tomorrow. Let me just double check. But yes, I believe tomorrow we're going to be live with the Code for Giants Cup. That is a Brazilian-only tournament, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be in under 24 hours. And the day after that, we're going to be hosting the Pondcast as well. So plenty of content here on the Cranky Ducklings. Be sure to tune in. Otherwise, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Again, I might stream later on tonight. I can barely even speak. Gonna go pass out, and I'm gonna dream of Astrea back. He's gonna be haunting my dreams and my nightmares. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna go get some rest. When I wake up, I might have some time to ladder. So you can tune into that. Otherwise, our next cast is going to be tomorrow. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much. Thank you for the support. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. We'll find someone to send everyone over to. Who is streaming at the moment? Who is live? That's a good question. Who do we have? Neura's playing Dota. Practice X is streaming. Pacheka's playing Helldivers. So is Gnocchi. Rally is playing Hearthstone? Question mark? I think. We'll find someone. We'll find someone to send everyone over to. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support, and we'll see you guys next time, either later tonight or tomorrow, depending on whether you tune into the ladder session or to the next cast. Otherwise, we'll see you guys when we see you. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. If you want to help support us, you can follow us on all the social medias, ! Socials in the chat, Patreon as well, you know, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, Patreon, all things Cranky Ducklings. Otherwise, see you next time. Ciao, papi, ciao. See you next time.